Wade, are you familiar with Tangled Arts Plus Disability?
Oh, well, of course. Actually, we've featured them on ATW several times in the past. Most recently, when you featured Professor Eliza Chandler and her course at Ryerson University, Cripping the Arts in Canada.
Great memory. I'm impressed. But for those at home who maybe aren't familiar, Tangled Arts Plus Disability is a charitable organization that is dedicated to enhancing opportunities to artists with disabilities.
To contribute to the cultural fabric of our society. And this is done in many ways. Starting in 2003, the organization started producing an annual festival that employed hundreds of artists with disabilities. And starting last spring, they took that initiative to the next level when they opened Canada's first gallery dedicated to showcasing disability arts and advancing accessible curatorial practices in Toronto.
Show off.
What?
Molly had the privilege of dropping by the gallery to see their newest exhibit, Own Your Cervix, and got a tour of the installation from the artist herself, Vanessa Dion Fletcher. Check it out.
The Tangled Art Gallery in downtown Toronto prides itself on giving artists who may not have a home in traditional galleries a space to be appreciated. Vanessa Dion Fletcher's installation, Own Your Cervix, is a prime example of this.
I wanted to make work that would help myself and the audience think about how their physical bodies are kind of constructed socially and culturally.
The exhibition features patterns, textiles, beadwork, and guided cervical exams, as well as Vanessa's tongue-in-cheek product, Menstrual Accessory, which gives women the chance to embrace rather than hide their period stains by bedazzling their clothes with vibrant paints. This all plays into the overall theme that Vanessa wants to get across, that although it might be a very taboo subject, we should all be comfortable with the menstruating female body.
When I was making work, I was thinking about the gendered aspect of my body and my experience of having a female body and a body that menstruates. And then I also started thinking about how that physical body is also an Indigenous one.
Vanessa's work is shaped by her Potawatomi and Lenape ancestry, evident by her use of porcupine quills and intricate beadwork, but also by her learning disability caused by a lack of short-term memory. Kara Iskat, interim artistic director for Tangled, points out that these two identities work together to shape who she is and what she creates.
Because of Vanessa's influences of her work, of drawing on her Indigenous ancestry and experiences of disability and kind of incorporating those together and having that intersectionality was something that was really, really attractive to Tangled, to show that disability is complex and it doesn't necessarily define one's whole being, but it can intersect with other parts of yourself as well. And I think this show does that really, really well.
Demonstrating the complexity of disability is definitely one of the gallery's goals, but they have a much broader mandate, as Sean Lee, arts management intern for Tangled, pointed out.
Tangled's mission is to cultivate disability arts and also to connect audiences, artists, and different stakeholders in the disability community and beyond to kind of create new perspectives, create more access, and to create inclusion in our sector, basically.
This is clearly an admirable goal, but it made me wonder just how they go about doing that.
When somebody comes into Tangled, we hope they notice that the works are at a lower level so that it accommodates wheelchair users and folks of shorter stature. The fonts we use and everything, there are standards that we provide to the artists that they must at least use this certain font. We try to make our works multisensory, so whether that means there are tactile works that are incorporated into the exhibition or that video art is described. We're always working with the artists to create multisensory exhibitions.
And what color is this one? This one has a bright pink center. Tangled has been so supportive, making it as one thing, but then having it installed and kind of bringing everything together and to make it as accessible as possible has been a fantastic experience.
Molly wasn't kidding. The subject of Vanessa's exhibition is very taboo, so kudos to them for opening up that conversation. And Molly didn't get the chance to go for a guided tour of her cervix with Vanessa, but she encourages anyone who's interested to check out tangledarts.org to book an appointment.
Like Vanessa, I really like Tangled Arts. They are so forward-thinking in so many different ways, including the accessibility features that they offer at the gallery. For example, being able to touch the art like we saw Molly doing in this story, or hanging the art at a more accessible height. They also offer ASL translators and attendant care at all of their events, so they really are striving for an unprecedented level of accessibility.
Own Your Cervix runs until March 31st, so for anyone who's interested, you still have a lot of time to check it out.
And be sure to check out the Tangled Art Gallery website, as they are always unveiling new exhibitions.